Hey, this is Andrew Brown from ExamPro, and we are looking at QnA Maker Service, and this is a cloud-based NLP service that allows you to create a natural conversational layer over your data. So QnA Maker is hosted on its own isolate domain at QnAMaker.ai. It will help you find the most appropriate answer from any input from your custom knowledge base of information. So you can it's commonly used to build conversation clients, which include social apps, chatbots, speech-enabled desktop applications. QnA Maker doesn't store customer data. All the customer data is stored in the region the customer deploys the dependent services instances within. Okay, so let's look at some of the use cases for this. So when you have static information, you can use QnA Maker in your knowledge base of answers. This knowledge base is custom to your needs, which you've built with documents such as PDF and URLs. When you want to provide the same answer to a repeat question command, when different users submit the same question, the answers is returned. When you want to filter static information based on meta information, so meta tag data is provides additional filtering options relevant to your client application users and information. Common metadata information includes chit chat, content type, format, content purpose, content freshness. And there's a use case when you want to manage a bot conversation that includes static information. So your knowledge base takes a user's conversational text or command and answers it. If the answer is part of a predetermined conversation flow represented in the knowledge base with multiple turnkey contexts, the bot can easily provide this flow. So QnA Maker imports your content into a knowledge base of questions and answer pairs. And QnA Maker can build your knowledge base from an existing document, manual, or website URL docx PDF. I thought this was the coolest thing. So you can just basically have anyone write a docx as long as it has a heading and text. And I think you can even extract out images, and it'll just turn it into the bot. It just saves you so much time. It's crazy. It will use ML to extract the question and answer pairs. The content of the question and answer pairs include all the alternate forms of the question, meta tags used to filter choices during the search, follow-up prompts to continue the search refinement. QnA Maker stores answers text in Markdown. Once your knowledge base is imported, you can fine-tune the imported results by editing the question and answer pairs, as seen here. There is the chat box, so you can converse with your bot through a chat box. I wouldn't say it's particularly a feature of QnA Maker, but I just want you to know that's how you'd interact with it. So when you're using the QnA Maker AI, the Azure Bot Service, the Bot Composer, or via channels, you'll get an embeddable one. You'll see this box where you can start typing in your questions and get back the answers to test it. Here, an example is a multi-turn conversation. So somebody asked a question, a generic question, and that said, hey, are you talking about AWS or Azure, which is kind of like a follow-up prompt. And we'll talk about multi-turn here in a second, but that's something I want you to know about, okay? So Chit Chat is a feature in QnA Maker that allows you to easily add pre-populated sets of top chit chats into your knowledge base. The dataset has about 100 scenarios of chit chat in voices of multiple personas. So the idea is like if someone says something random like, how are you doing? What's the weather today? Things that your bot wouldn't necessarily know. It has like canned answers, and it's going to be different based on how you want the response to be, okay? There's a concept of layered ranking. So QnA Maker system is a layered ranking approach. The data is stored in Azure Search, which also serves as the first ranking layer. The top result from Azure Search are then passed through QnA Maker's NLP re-ranking model to produce the final results and confidence score. Just touching on multi-turn conversation is a follow-up prompt and context to manage the multiple turns known as multi-turn for your bot from one question to another. When a question can't be answered in a single turn, that is when you're using multi-turn conversation. So QnA Maker provides multi-turn prompts and active learning to help you improve your questions based on key and answer pairs. And it gives you the opportunity to connect questions and answer pairs. The connection allows the client application to provide a top answer and provide more questions to refine the search for a final answer. After the knowledge base receives questions from users at the published endpoint, QnA Maker applies active learning to these real-world questions to suggest changes to your knowledge base to improve the quality. All right?